I know I was introduced as the representative of the incoming governor by the grace of God. But I also want to say that someone else was also is also here to represent him, because I was just with him in a meeting that is very crucial, and we tried to see how he can come out from that meeting, and it wasn't working. And when he looked at the time and knew you guys were waiting, he sent us. He said, "Okay, you guys should go, and if we finish on time, I'll join you guys." So that is actually why I'm here, and I'm also here for one thing and one thing only. I was born and brought up in this state. I was born at UNTH. I went to primary school at Shalom, nursery school at Shalom, primary school at Google Primary School. I did my secondary school at Federal Government College and University also. I started acting at the age of 8 while we were living in Transequid University. So my life pretty much started here. And it's sad that sometimes when I leave the country and I see so many beautiful things, and I come back to Nigeria and I get sad. And even when I'm there, I want to come back, but when I come back, I'm still sad. So when Mr. Peter, who I've been privileged to know for over 20 years, came and told me that he was going to be running for governor, I got really emotional, and I will tell you why. The fact that I've known him for 20 years and I've seen what he can do, coming to say he wants to run for an office, to be a governor, I know what that means for Denubu. So you see, a couple of days ago, I'm in a school called the SPPG, currently in a school. I think I mixed my lecture today because of this election. By the way, the governorship election has been moved. How many of you know? So we have 1 week. It's like when you want to write the exam, they say they move the exam. Thank God. There is 1 more week to read. So in the School of Politics, Policy and Governance, one of the things we do as so you guys have an office called the Office of the Citizen, and one of the things you have to do is to be able to identify how to know who a good leader is. That is one of the things we do. So you've heard about the 3 C's: competence, capacity, character. Then we want to take you forward and talk about track record and all that. So when I was talking about Mr. Peter Mba, I wasn't speaking from the fact that, oh, I've known him for 20 years. I was speaking from the fact that out of all the people that are running, I have been able to check each and every one of them. And his own track record was way more than the people that are running. And I respected that fact, right? I respected that fact, and that was why I put my heart in this thing. So this is what I want to propose. I'm still going to share this idea with him because I think we'll have to do this meeting again, but this time he needs to be around. How many of you agree with me? If you agree with me, raise up your hand. Or if you agree with me, clap. I think it's pertinent we do that because I know so many people were expected to see him. I'm looking at the time now, but there is somebody that I came with. I just came to talk for 2 seconds and give him the mic. When we were talking, he immediately said, "Dr. Kingsley, go and represent me pending when or if I show up." And trust me, he really, really, really wanted to be here. He really, I cannot overemphasize how he really wanted to be here. There are so many things I want to say, but because of time, I'm trying to keep it very simple. So that being said, I want to welcome you, sir. Please put your hand of applause for Dr. Kingsley Uche. So he's going to be addressing some of the key things. Like there are some things that were said here that I know Peter would love to answer. He would really love to answer it. But but he's going to do justice to some of them. Then the rest of the other ones will be later. You're welcome, sir.
Please, can we give it up to the organizers of this event? Give it up to the organizers of this event. Can we give it up to you? Give it up to you. Can we clap for you now? Can we clap for you? Let me say that I am proud of everyone here. Proud because you are young people. Proud because you are professionals. And I belong to this class. I'm a young person and I'm a professional. Please, can you clap for me? So when I say I'm a professional, of course, you heard that I am the Honorable Commissioner of Rural Development. But I am prouder of my professional background. And because it connects with who you are, connect with what we are doing here. All right? So I am a lawyer by profession. And of course, a doctor of laws, when I was called Dr. Kingsley, I'm a doctor of law. And I've used my doctoral learning, all right, to train lawyers. As a senior lecturer, University of Nigeria, visiting senior lecturer there. I've also taught upcoming lawyers, all right, or lawyers to be in the Nigeria Law School. And of course, I've taught in Bayes University. Who knows Bayes University? Bayes University is the University of Dati Ahmed, the running mate of Peter Obi. Can we give it up to them? Can we clap for them? So, beyond this, I've also worked for various international organizations as a consultant, traveling different parts of the world, all right, because my area of expertise is public procurement. So work for the World Bank, for African Development Bank, for various United Nations organizations like UNICEF, UNDP. So it gave me the opportunity to travel around the world and mix up with people, especially young professionals. So I understand your perspective, your prospect, and your challenges. And I believe that is why Dr. Peter Mba has given me this responsibility to represent him here. And one thing that I will say is that Peter Mba is a businessman. Peter Mba is a professional. So Peter Mba connects with you on that level. And also you know that he's a young person. He's a young person. I think he's the youngest of all the persons running. Please, is that true? Yes, he's the youngest of all. Can we clap for him for that? I think it's something we should celebrate. One thing I will say is that we shouldn't miss this opportunity. We shouldn't miss this opportunity. We have seen the manifesto. But one thing I will always say, it's not just about what you plan to do. It's not just about what you are promising to do. It's whether you have the antecedent to do this. So if somebody is telling me, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I'll transform the whole of Enugu State. That is brilliant. But the question is, do you have the capacity? Do you have the competence? Do you have the character? What have you done before that can prove to us that you can deliver on all of these promises? So the question is, does the person that we're talking about, Dr. Peter Mba, have the competence, the character, the antecedents to deliver on all of these promises? So if we ask that question, the next thing will be, what has he done before? This is a man that started a company from the scratch in 2008, and at the moment, that company, which is a player in the oil and gas downstream sector, is the major leader now. You know Miracle Oil. Please, can we clap? It's an Enugu indigent that is behind this. It is the person of Peter Mba. 2008 started in a small company with about 3 members of staff. Now he's hired over 8,000 staff from different parts of the world. So Miracle Oil is a key player, in fact, a leader in the oil and gas downstream sector. Outpacing, out-challenging, out-performing players that have been there over decades, several decades. So it's somebody that we know that is a builder, building from the scratch to international reckoning. And when, the discussants were talking about various sectors, all right, of the state that they have interest in, ICT, real estate, education. You go to the manifesto and you see the state. You see that he has already planned for what he will do to transform, and he will always say that he's not only going to do things better, but he's going to do things differently. The disruption that is happening in Nigeria, and especially in our political space, is something that Peter Mba is known for. He's a disruptor. And not just disruption in the negative, it's not just disruption, but disruption in the positive way. Disruption in the positive way. I know of the Lekki Free Trade Zone infrastructure that he has, the oil infrastructure. Instead of going to the ship and hauling petroleum product from the ship using vehicles, he built a petroleum pipeline from the sea to where the off-takers could come and do that. That's a level of disruption that has never been experienced, that's never happened in the whole of Nigeria. I hope you know about that. It was commissioned some months ago by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So these are the things that should convince us that the man that we are talking about is the best man for the job. Let me even say that one of the things you may not know about me is that I actually contested against him on the PDP ticket. Who knows about that? Oh yes. So I contested with him. I wanted to be the governor of Enugu State, and I know I have all the capacity to do it. I've been a development expert for years. I am young. I understand the issues. I had my own manifesto even when we were running for primaries. But when we compare various notes, when I saw also the trajectory of the party, when I saw the one that the trajectory of the party was favoring, I knew was a man that I can align with, that I can corroborate with, that even can corroborate with everyone here and get things going. I said, well, I would have to step down for him. And I did step down for him. And this that I did because I knew that he was the best man for the job. And actually, I'm inviting you to step down for him. And when I say step down for him, I know some of you may have your ideas about who you will vote other than Dr. Peter Mba. I want you to step down on that. Are you listening to me? I think even if you have Peter Mba already in your mind to vote for him to be the governor of Enugu State, I also say step down on the notion that you only have one vote. You have the vote of your family. You have the vote of your friends. You have the vote of your community. You have the vote of your... I am actually not a politician. I am in politics because of a call. That is true.
So, thanks for joining me. Thanks for listening.
Of that, and that is true. Go check me out. All right, before I came into politics, I took the position of SSA. Some persons say, come on, Kingsley. You are teaching senators, all right, teaching former president, and they answer you, sir, you want to go take SSA, development aid. I said that is part of my service to the state.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time.
And I was given to the state using my money to fund various development projects. You know about some of them.
To analyze,
all right, please can you stop? Can you stand up and just wait? You know about it. Yes, in the education sector. In the area of ICT, I brought in SAP, with Google, collaboration with Google. We did some amazing things in it. But of course, you know one thing about doing things and sustainability in government. And that is one of the things that gives me the boldness to support Peter Mba, because he does not only, all right, have the intention to do well, but he has the intention also to collaborate with people like us that can get